Well, we had a cyclone, but it wasn't too much. Like us as missionaries weren't very much affected because we're put in safe places. But there was a cyclone that came, and the area that I was serving in Saragata, that's known for like to be the swamp, and so just there's always like mud there always, and so when we got there, it was like the first week me and my companion were there, and the cyclone happened, and everything just flooded pretty much. But over the night, but the next morning it was okay. But the winds and everything just tore their houses, and so that was something very devastating to see. But it gave us opportunities to serve others, and through that I actually met like one of my best friends. He's a chief. His name is Papa War, and he was amazing. So the Lord really blessed me with the opportunity to serve others and to meet Him through that cyclone. So it comes with the bad weather comes with great opportunities in a way. Yeah. But one of like the most amazing spiritual experience that I've had was this Papa just down the road from us. Me and my companion were teaching him. He was a grandfather and he had a grandson, and his grandson I wasn't sure of the condition he had, but he was just this really young little boy, about like 7 years old, and he had 2 tubes in his belly, 2 tubes, and that was his way of, he'll just eat normally, but that was his way of digesting his food, because he wasn't able to use a toilet the normal way, and so he had these 2 tubes there. As a baby, it was there because as a baby, he didn't use the bathroom for so long, and so his stomach was just rock solid. And I'm not sure of the condition again, but there was a time where he's a little boy, little kid wanting to run around and do his thing and just go crazy. And so there was this time that we were in the middle of a lesson, and he did just that. He was running around, and the tube came out. I believe both of them came out, and I can't explain it, but it looked like some inside intestines, like, coming out, and he was just in so much pain. And this grandfather said, he apologized to us and said, I'm so sorry, but we'll have to, end this lesson. And we're like, absolutely fine, it's okay, we understand. And, he had to take him a shower because the dirt got in, and so he was warming up the water, over the stove, over their fire, and he was just, cleaning him. And as he was bathing this young little kid, who was screaming on the top of his lungs because of how painful it was, this grandfather was still, continuing to clean him because he knew that was best for him. And within myself, I thought of it, and I looked at him, thinking of my Heavenly Father. He knew how much pain his son would go through, if he were to send him here to earth. He knew the pains and afflictions that he would go through, but he kept, he allowed him to come. And that was, that helped me be able to realize like how beautiful the atonement is, how beautiful the love my Heavenly Father has for me and His Son Jesus Christ. So thinking of it, this grandfather kept, bathing him because he knew it'd, be best for him. And I know my Heavenly Father, sent His Son to come and die for my sins and other sins because that was the best for all of His children. And so that would be one of like the most amazing experiences I've had personally. Yeah. I've had, you laugh so much. I've never laughed so much in my life, but on my mission. And there was this one that just pops up from the top of my head. One being, they love to feed you, like they do. And especially the island that I served in, Espiritu Santo, they just love feeding you. And so when I first got there, And I was so determined to just, finish all the food because my auntie told me to. Like, finish anything they give you and they will love you. And it's true, like, they will love you so much as they watch you eat the food that they gave you, because they really believe that they'll receive blessings. So there's this one time after a service, they wanted to feed me and my companion. And so we're up for it. And so, we ate this. Before my mission, my favorite would be kumala. It's like a sweet potato, and I love that. And so this mama, she knew that, and so she gave us so much kumala, and there's tin over there, there's like nanalas, kind of like just leaves off this bush. And I thought, because it was in the middle of the table, that I can just get as much as I want and I'll finish that. So I finished my plate, and the mama was just telling me, like, no, you need to eat more. You need to eat more. And so I was like, okay, so I'll have like a gumala and I'll put it on my plate, and I'm starting to get full. But she just kept going. And I'm telling her, like, no, I'm okay. But she's like, no, you need to eat more. And so I'm like, okay. Because my aunt's voice was just like stuck in my head, like, you need to finish the food. And so I just kept eating so much that I felt like I couldn't like handle it anymore. And so finally we're done, and we thanked her and everything. And so I get up, but I can't get up like straight because like my stomach is so full and I just want to crawl. But I'm trying my best to just stand up straight and walk. And I'm kind of just like bent down a little bit, like waving at her like this. And she's like, oh, I'm so sorry, we fed you too much, your stomach hurts. And it's not good to lie, but this is what makes the story so funny. Is I immediately was just waving her, and she's like, I'm so sorry. And I was like, no, it's my back. Like, my back just hurts so much. Like, it's okay. It was from the gardening. And my companion was laughing so hard because she knew I was like, lying just to make her happy. And she's like, oh, okay, that's good. Hope you feel better. So yeah, that was a funny experience I've had. The kids, you'll absolutely love the kids. They're your greatest teachers to the language. And they really do help you feel closer to Heavenly Father. When you're having a bad time, when you're having a good time, they're there to, always make you happy. And so that'll never fail. Is, playing with the kids and, even singing with them. They'll love to sing with you. They'll teach you all their, like, games and their songs. And so enjoy your time with the kids.